What's up, guys? This is Los from the Big Retro Show, and today I'm hitting up the Ohana Comic-Con. This is a smaller Comic-Con that happens locally. It happens all over the Bay Area, which is where I'm from. So we're gonna go in and see what kind of things that we can see and the sights and all of that stuff. So follow along. It felt really good being out and about among fellow nerds enjoying the Comic-Con. This is a smaller Comic-Con run by a local family who holds this event in different cities in my region. It just so happens that on Father's Day they made it out to my little town. I first visited the Ohana Comic-Con about 2 years ago before the pandemic closed everything down. There were plenty of toys and collectibles at the various vendor booths sprinkled throughout the Moose Lodge. Alas, most of them were newer toys and nothing that would be considered retro. One strange thing that I noticed was that almost every action figure or toy was priced at $30. Not sure why, but I noticed this and it was weird to me. They had some designer toys from various films, including the Rowdy Roddy Piper classic They Live, Creep Show, and Back to the Future. I was more interested in the toys I grew up playing with, so I didn't pick any of these newer toys up. I did see a sprinkling of 90s republished toys. Just check out these TMNT figures. There were tons of Star Wars toys at this Comic-Con, which is always a good thing, but the oldest one that I saw in box was from the Power of the Force line. I had my eye on this Power of the Force land speeder, but talked myself out of it mostly because it didn't have the action figures with the vehicle as pictured in the box. The price of the land speeder was, you guessed it, $30. The Comic-Con boasted more toys than actual comic books, which isn't a big deal to me, but may have ticked off some ultra comic book geeks that were expecting more books. What little comics I did see at the Ohana Comic-Con was sufficient to satisfy me. I always wanted to buy one of the G.I. Joe classified Snake Eyes action figures, but the guy wanted $25 for his. His Snake Eyes actually had damage to the box. He said he just dropped it this very morning, which was total bullshit, and that he would knock $5 off of the magic price of $30. I passed. Having done the entire loop around the room and not seeing anything I wanted, I stepped outside to check out what the 3 vendors outside had on their table. I did pick something up outside, and guess how much I spent? Most of my pickups at this Ohana Comic-Con were not for me at all. They were for my kid. What else is there to do but go to a Comic-Con and blow all of your money on your kid? After all, it is Father's Day. Now let's go back to the Retro Cave to show you what I picked up. What's up, guys? Back here at the Retro Cave, and I'm still kind of tripping off of every figure being $30 at this Comic-Con. You know, I had a lot of fun at this place. I didn't pick up too much, as I said before, because I basically blew all my money on my kid that was there. My 13-year-old is into like cosplay and anime and that kind of thing, and so I bought her a Captain America shield, a pretty sweet Guardians of the Galaxy cosplay. I forget the name of the guy. It's the main guy, whoever he is. And I also picked her up Monokuma plushie. It's a character from Danganronpa, one of her favorite animes. I'm sure you guys know what that's all about. Anyways, guys, I picked up at this Ohana Comic-Con 2 things. The first one is this amazing Spider-Man action figure. This is made by Kenner. It was priced at $15. I'm reminded of the Secret Wars action figures that came out back in the day when I look at this, and that's primarily why I picked it up, is because those Secret Wars action figures were a staple of my childhood, and I've always wanted to own one. Again, I used to have, I think it was like Daredevil and Spider-Man and Captain America. But this reminded me of it, and so I figured I'm gonna pick this up. It's only 15 bucks. To go along with Spider-Man, I picked up Captain America. That's right, guys, Captain America. There he is. It's the Kenner Captain America. And again, this reminds me of the Secret Wars toy line that came out way back in the 80s. And I figured I'm gonna pick this up. This too was 15 bucks. So for Captain America and Spider-Man, I paid, as you guessed it, 30 bucks. I know, it's weird, right? Anyhow, guys, yeah, I didn't pick too much up here, but I had a lot of fun walking around, looking at stuff, and being among fellow geeks. And as we know, the pandemic closed everything down, and luckily in California, everything is starting to open back up again. And I couldn't be happier, guys. There's going to be more of these Comic-Cons sprinkled throughout the year, and I'm going to be going to some of them. Maybe not all of them, but I'm going to be going to some of them and taking some footage there too. Anyhow, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video. Thanks very much for sticking around and supporting the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the Big Retro Show yet, you have to ask yourself, what am I doing with my life? And until the next one, guys, I will see you on the Big Retro Show. Peace.